slides. That bitch you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't deal with the beat. Chicken from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They better got my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. I did like the 9/11 folks. Not back with the key. Faces in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience in the penny hoe.
I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you. Get over it. Who's going to get the rest?
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Incomplete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On the ground, there's Leonard Fournette, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Spread right, 72. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch 13's crossing. Check 13. 11B.
On first down, Bortles. To the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. Following the fumble recovery, Loletta. Stepping up, he'll try and run it. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll fake it. Now Loletta. And that's off the mark.
Boy, that nigga would pick that shit, bro. I would have pissed off.
Defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Loletta. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Barney.
Loletta looking to throw on second down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Here's Lauletta now on second. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Barkley. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 12 yards and a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Leopard, Leopard.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Leopard, Leopard. Leopard, Leopard.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Leopard. Leopard, Leopard.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Run! I got him! Get him, boy!
380!
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Go,
At the
bitch.
40, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Come on, nigga, you know me.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. And we just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Lawletta looking for a first down throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about
bullshit
yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. Caught left
Come on,
side
don't go out
of
of bounds.
Beckham.
Great
And
catch.
he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
You big
Now
piece of
flags
shit.
will come in. I think this one's going to be
I'm
on
about
the
to say, boy.
defense for jumping.
That nigga like he got that jump outside.
Mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset, but they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a...
And he takes
Saquon, bitch. Fuck wrong with you?
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just
watch it. We're going to go back to it. I know he is.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's go. Trick front.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Still fight, but he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. The New York set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
After the run, Lauletta now going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Lauletta looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
11B.
Now, 1st down. 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Spread left, spread left, spread left. 372.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, so you gotta be there at 6 o'clock. I'm about to send out the address. Yeah. It's basically gonna be a baseball game, and you guys are gonna be on the field. Gonna be on TV and the newspaper and stuff.
Fournette, a first down carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Yeah. Well, about a 2-hour drive for y'all. So they can drive you?
Yeah, they can drive.
And are they going to want to stay? They're going to stay, right? We got tickets for them. We got tickets for them. Alright.
Under 372.
I'll let you talk to them.
Alright.
Yeah. Hey.
Alert 3.
Yeah.
On second down, here's Boris. Flushed out right. Dumps it off to Fournette. It's a gain of 6 on the play.
Not a square like that. It's basically a depth
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Wow. What time is he going to be in
372.
Well, 6. Well, he had to.
Working
Depending
for
on
the
if he gonna drive him or not.
And Jeffrey's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
All right, that's fine.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
3 o'clock.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gun.
Lauletta now to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Leopard!
Lauletta on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
On first down, Lauletta. And an alley to run. Fighting his way through contact. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Stepping up. He's going to touchdown, Giants. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Lucy, Lucy. Lucy, Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Lucy, Lucy. Lucy, Lucy.
A final shot before half for Bortles. And it's incomplete.
Why that shit would piss me the fuck off? You caught that shit.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Hit the hole. Hit it. Hit
You
it.
got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall,
You'll take that.
game plan showing you.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go, let's go. Mike 39, Lucy.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And some room to run now. Fournette fighting through. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go, here we go.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there from 17 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. So they took a shot on 1st down.
Boy, you can't be fucking serious, dog.
Sure, that pass was incomplete.
Boy, you can't be goddamn serious.
Big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, check. Patriot. Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Hot.
Walletta again here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Bro, I'm done. I'm done with this game, bro. Hey, boy. But this shit, boy. Oh, my God. You can't get that shit no better. 2 times.
I mean, back in the good old days,
oh, man. Fuck that.
Okay, but now,
She coach y'all niggas got in.
65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this
dialing this shit up.
Like
come on, man. Stop fucking cheating me, dog.
50%. Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Seeing this shit.
Escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go. Hey, let's go. Trips left. 372. Hey. Lucy. Spread left. Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Now a play fake. Bortles. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
Hey, 5-0. Spread left. Get wide. 49, check 49.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Mark Hertzlick in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'll go. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11. Watch the run. Short left. 44 at the mark.
Bortles to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
3 down.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. He is going to find Hill here.
Right there. Come on, Ward. You right there, bro.
Inside the 35-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go. Spread left. 372. 11. Punch right. 44.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go. You got 3 down. Punch right. Check it, Craig. Watch the safety, Craig.
Again, it's Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Bortles. It's complete.
Boy, these niggas don't drop shit.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Here we go. Move. Mike is 59. Spread right, 72. Hey, I got him. That's me.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Gun! Leopard! Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 88! Detroit!
Now Lawletta on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Lawletta on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. He can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Punch right, punch right, punch right.
Fournette on the counter. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All go, all go, all go.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 80.
This is Fournette. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with a big bank. Fournette runs through the contact. A second broken tackle, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Here we go, here we go. Punch right, punch right, punch right.
Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The safety, T.J. Ward, in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On the run, it's Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Watch right, watch right.
On third down, Fournette. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. And that one's gone back and forth, and it's the Jags that have scored to take the lead. If they can win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, wow.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, here we go. Mike 59. Mike 59. I'm coming.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Here we go. So right, so right. Let's go, let's go. Hey, boys, got four down.
Bortles going to throw here. And going deep for Hill. He's got him in, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They'll toss it to Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they...